A fresh Mac is basically just an expensive paperweight until you install the right apps and the right tools. Now, I have tested tons, hundreds of apps across the years. These are the 6 apps that stand out and make my current workflow very much worth it in 2026. The first app is Screen Studio. If you have ever watched any of my YouTube videos where I reviewed a macOS version or like a macOS app or something, Screen Studio is my go-to for such a situation. It can automatically close in on my cursor wherever it is on macOS and creates very nice, smooth zoom in and out animations and transitions. It's a night and day difference from like the inbuilt macOS screen recorder when it comes to doing that particular job I want it to do. It's also more flexible and it supports recording system audio, so I think our inbuilt macOS screen recorder can't do that. The second app is called Mac Mouse Fix. I talked about this app last month. I cannot survive using an external mouse for up to 1 minute without Mac Mouse Fix. If you watched my review for it last year, I said it explicitly that this app cost the best $3 I have ever spent in my life. I still want you to watch that video to understand more about the mechanics of the app. But this app is as close as you can get to an inbuilt Mac trackpad with an external cheap mouse. The third app is very debatable because I still believe inside me that MacBook batteries and iPhone batteries have a mind of their own when it comes to how they just spring up and calculate a new battery health. But what the hell, we have Authentic. It's like optimized charging on steroids. It can cap your maximum charge level on your MacBook to prevent overcharging if there is such a thing as that. It can also discharge your Mac while your Mac is plugged into a power source. Yeah, that happens. Basically, you can control almost everything there is about charging on your MacBook with that app. Even the LED on your MagSafe 3 cable. The app is a paid app also, but luckily the free package it comes with has most of the core features you need to actually keep your battery under check. I will have to throw in Clean My Mac as number 4 because like the app is beginning to get annoying, because it behaves like a virus. In order to catch a virus, it's always up in my face and popping up with different kinds of messages and threats and telling me to grant it access to every single thing I have in my Mac. I still believe it will take a virus to kill a virus. One thing I value about the app is that this is the only app that can actually delete or uninstall an application from your MacBook and completely erase every single created file or folder related to the application. In most cases, when you drag an application to a trash or you click on install, it still leaves like residual preference files or folders or whatever in your app library and cache folders. But Clean My Mac can actually extinguish and remove every single trace of the app from your Mac. It's very handy. The fifth app is a personal favorite. I stumbled across it about a year ago. It's called Cloudflare War, and it changes my DNS. It fixes my network whenever it behaves funny at times. There are some times where your network issue will not even be from your own Wi-Fi router. It would be like the server you're trying to access. For instance, I live in Africa, and sometimes some US servers just behave very funny in interfacing with our African servers to get information back to me. And that's where Cloudflare War comes in. It's a free app, thankfully. Rectangle is a Mac app and I can't even download it or get updates because the object.githubuser.com, something like that, that's why it's hosted on. And it's only Cloudflare War that allows me to even access it. It's either that or using a VPN, but I prefer Cloudflare War because it's like a VPN with a specific purpose. Finally, I also use Cloudflare War to hack into restricted Wi-Fi in my workplace. Government Wi-Fi's, most of them can't even do everything. They're restricted to just educational websites. But with Cloudflare War, I can access everything, even YouTube. Finally, I use Amphetamine, not on myself, on my Mac. It's like instant coffee for your MacBook. You can see right now, my Mac's display have been on basically throughout the whole video, and I use Amphetamine to make that possible. It prevents your MacBook from going to sleep, either based on a certain condition like while a timer which you can set is running, or while a file is downloading, or while a specific app is open. Yeah, so it's very, very handy. For instance, last night I was uploading 2 YouTube videos with Arc browser, and I forgot to set it to while Arc browser is open, the Mac shouldn't go to sleep. And because of that, my Mac went to sleep, and I woke up this morning and met my 2 YouTube videos still at 8% upload. Also, everyone has encountered this when you're downloading from Chrome, for instance. Back then when I used to use Chrome. Yeah, and then your Mac goes to sleep by accident, and it wakes up, you either meet your file like failed downloading or post downloading or something annoying. You get? Amphetamine is a very good app for that, and I would recommend you to use the timers, because if you use while an app is open, you might forget to shut it off, and then your Mac stays on for the next 2 days thanks to Apple Silicon. Sorry Intel Macs, no offense. Sometimes you might also want to just keep your MacBook's display active just to stare at your cool wallpaper like mine. Anyways, these are the apps I use on my Mac to enhance my workflow, and I'm open to hearing more from you guys. So you guys should also tell me what you use in the comments, and thanks for watching as always.